Well, let's head to that special series. Some foreign troops working in NATO's security force in Afghanistan have already begun withdrawing, and that leaves the Afghan people responsible for their own country's security, a challenge that President Hamid Karzai says he's ready to meet. But as our correspondent Ray Rottenberg found out, it's just one of many difficulties on Afghanistan's road to recovery.
Training their replacements. American soldiers supervise as the Afghan National Army is taught how to fight. What started out as an active role now essentially involves training the trainers.
We want to be in the background, but yet if they need our help, then we're here to help. But so far, it's been to a point where they haven't really needed our help. They're on automatic pretty much.
This facility near the Afghan capital, Kabul, spans over 23,000 kilometers. The base here houses 10,000 recruits at a time. Making sure they are prepared to take over when NATO forces leave is no easy feat. The recruits are told they must protect not just the Afghan people, but also their livelihoods.
I'm not afraid of enemies, and I will not allow the Taliban to occupy my country. We must stand on our feet and defend our homeland. This is our country. We have to build it.
Ismatullah Latifzadeh knows just how important that is. He moved the Lapis ceramics family business he inherited from his father to Pakistan during the Taliban's reign, but returned after their fall.
When Karzai became president, our business increased immediately by about 75%. Our products changed, they got a new face. But following the attacks on this street, step by step, business has gone down, and we can hardly break even.
Most economic indicators show the presence of foreign troops and international NGO workers in Afghanistan has helped the local economy, and some fear their departure will negatively influence business. The country's currency, the Afghani, is the strongest it's been in years, but at least one sector has been suffering. Afghanistan's poppy business flourished under the Taliban's rule, but a key ingredient for narcotics, like opium and heroin, the fields are now frequently targeted for eradication by the Western-backed Afghan forces. Poppy growers hope that as foreign troops withdraw, business will boom once again. But the training Afghan forces will try to ensure that does not happen. They are counting on continued cash, billions of dollars in foreign contracts being poured into Afghanistan, all of which means stable buying power, with jobs and incomes created thanks to projects like this, one of a number of construction sites that now dot the city. Haji Azim Nazar is a contractor that frequently bids on US-funded government projects to essentially build Afghanistan.
Already in the last few days, when America announced it would be leaving, people began getting worried about the security situation. We can already see work slowing down compared to the last few months.
There's also the business of protecting whatever has been built. Security is a lucrative, albeit secretive, industry. Much of the central part of the capital looks like a reinforced fortress. These concrete barricades are relatively new and they are virtually everywhere. Now, while few are willing to discuss the business of security, it's estimated to be worth some hundreds of millions of dollars annually. That includes infrastructure like this and, of course, manpower. A Western security contractor can earn upwards of $1,000 a day, while a local Afghan security contractor earns just a third of that. In an effort to regulate a growing industry, last week the Afghan government announced that at least 5 private security companies are being dissolved, some for allegedly operating without a correct license. And a number of Western security firms have been given 1 year to hire and train private Afghan forces, and another year to hand over their security contracts to a local company. It's part of an unofficial policy called Afghanistan First, but putting Afghans first might get more and more difficult, as there are now more and more of them. In a span of a few decades, the population has doubled to 30 million people. To keep up, the country will need more solutions, more streets, more jobs, and a security force capable of protecting it all. I'm Roy Ruttenberg in Kabul.